Hello everyone, this is Elijah from Rope Drop to Close, and in this video I'm going to be showcasing you guys my first order Stormtrooper armor set. And just a really quick background, I've always loved Stormtroopers, even before I really got into Star Wars. And then as things progressed, so did my love for Stormtroopers, and then it just catapulted once I visited Galaxy's Edge for the first time, and I interacted with the Stormtroopers there, and I knew I had to be one, even if it wasn't as an actual cast member. But anyways, this is the armor set. There's over 20 pieces of individual armor. They all come from different sellers, so that means that they are third party or private sellers. They're not officially licensed by Lucasfilm, and that's the reason why I can't tell you where to buy them. However, if you are interested in creating the kit yourself, you can visit the Facebook group. It's the First Order Stormtroopers. You request to join and they'll be able to help you guys out, show you where you could purchase these things. And that's where I pretty much got everything. They're very helpful. And so we already got started. The armor's all laid out and I'm already wearing the undersuit. So this is what the First Order Stormtroopers wear underneath. It's pretty much a black onesie that's kind of skin tight and it's not the most flattering. But what makes this one different from the original trilogy Stormtroopers is the short section. As you can see here, it's shinier than the rest of the armor, and that's what makes this very specific to the First Order. And then also I have the inner belt here. And don't worry, this logo won't be visible because there is a second belt that goes over this. And then this has the clips already that are going to be clicking into the thigh pieces and holding them up. And a lot of the armor is held together by clips, and then we have magnets and then Velcro as well that holds a lot of this stuff in. And just a disclaimer, the reason you see two Stormtrooper helmets here is because there were two versions shown in the sequel trilogy. And this is the one used in Force Awakens. This is also the one you see on the Stormtroopers that are patrolling around Galaxy's Edge. This is the one used in the later two movies, Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. Pretty much the main difference is the teeth here. You can see the teeth on this one are similar to the original trilogy. This one doesn't have teeth. It's just this grill or this hexagonal pattern. And then this one is also slightly narrow in the nose. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the differences. They are similar for the most part, but I will be showing you guys what the armor looks like with both of these helmets. And something else about this armor that makes it more special to me, it's because of this thing. There's no hiding the name here. It's called a MyCom, and essentially what this is, it's a simplified version of what makes the Galaxy's Edge Stormtroopers talk. So how those Galaxy's Edge Stormtroopers talk is they have like a hand trigger. So that essentially is triggered by their hand motions. That's why you see them doing this kind of thing all the time. That's what activates their dialogue. This is a much more toned down version of that. So essentially how this is connected to a power bank. This is the soundboard that has all of the sound effects and dialogue in it. And this is the speaker where the sound comes out of. So it's split up into 8 categories. So the first button here is patrol. So this is things I would say just walking around.
Please refrain from further public disturbances.
As you can see there. And then I'll turn the volume up so you can hear. This second button is like you're telling people where to go.
This way, please.
And then these are yes responses on this trigger.
Affirmative.
And then if you want to say no to someone, it's this trigger.
Absolutely not.
And then if you want to interact with someone, these are questions you might ask them.
Let me see your identification.
And then if you want to tell them how to pose for a photo, you press this.
Defensive positions.
And then this is the button kind of like positive affirmations, like good, excellent.
Affirmative, citizen.
In that case, affirmative. And the last one is exits, how you're going to wave people off after they're done interacting with you or with a photo.
Remain safe out there. Move out. On your way.
And this does have move along in it, so I'm trying to find it.
You can go about your business. Move along. Move along.
There you go. So, as you can see, there are different pieces of dialogue for each button. That way it's not the same saying over and over again. There's about 8 to 10 different sayings for each button, so you get a lot of variety in that. And this gets stored in the suit, and this will be hidden under the glove. So there you go. We're gonna go ahead and start putting the armor on. Alright, to get started with the armor, the first thing I put on are the thigh and knee pieces. So that's what this is right here. I normally just slip it on, but I could detach them if I want to. This is sealed with Velcro, and it already has the knee gaskets on here and the kneecap. So this just slips right on. This is the right leg, and you can tell that it's the right leg because it has the holster piece here on the side. So this just clips on to the belt. All right, there you go. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. And this is it with the thigh pieces on. After this step, I'm gonna go ahead and take a seat. That way I can put on the boots. And then the boots are right here. They already have the spat piece on them. Sometimes you'll see other people wearing the armor, they put it on separately. I leave it on because it's a little bit easier. So go ahead and slip this on. And as you can see, I'm already kind of struggling because once I have the thigh piece on, I start losing a little bit of mobility. It is flexible. It's made of flexible fiberglass, which is different from the one used at Galaxy's Edge and in the movies. And those, they use plastic, which is much more flexible. But since this is fiberglass, it's gonna be a lot more durable, and it is thicker, and it makes you feel meaner because it's got a little bit of weight and rigidity to it. But again, the downside is I become a little more stiff the more armor pieces I put on. Alright, and there you go, the boots are on. The next pieces we're gonna attach are the shins. So they're gonna be right here. And then the way you can tell these apart is the left one has these bars on the side. I don't know the real world function of these, but they definitely help distinguish it and make it look a little bit more cooler and detailed. But these are just gonna split right here. They're held in by Velcro. And I should say the armor is not 100% complete. I'm still working on it. It's maybe about 95% complete. There are like little minor details I have to kind of like adjust, but it's not really noticeable to most people. It's just really for me. All right, there you go. We have one of the shin pieces on. There's a little bit of Velcro exposed, but don't worry, that's gonna be part of my adjustments in the future to make it look a little more seamless. And there you go, you pretty much have the half of me below the waist all completed. Just might take some minor adjustments with the kneecaps and stuff. All right, once we have this, the next part we're gonna put on is the belt, which is right here. It has all the pouches pretty much pre-installed on it. Some of them are hard, some of them are soft and actually functional pouches. So when I'm trooping, I could put my phone in these, as you can see. So this is sealed in by Velcro. Right now I just have paper in there to fill in the shape. But for this, the buckle is hidden right here. And the butt plate or the posterior armor is already pre-attached. That just makes things a lot easier. So this is gonna go on just like this. And once that's on, I hide the buckle with this pouch, and that makes it look a lot more seamless. All right, so the next thing we're gonna work on here is we're actually gonna prep the abdomen section. And this is what's gonna house this MyCom, the hand trigger that's gonna do the dialogue for us. So we're just gonna open this up. And you can see here I have a series of Velcro, soft side Velcro in there that's gonna attach to these pieces. So this is gonna be fed up the sleeve. Hopefully it doesn't get too messy. So the speaker gets attached to this big Velcro piece here. And at this point, you wanna make sure the volume is as high as you want it to be.
Please refrain from further public disturbances.
Yeah, because it'll be almost impossible to adjust once you have this on. And then next, we have the soundboard here. This goes in on that piece, and then you have the power bank, which powers everything on there. And then we can start putting this on. Good, and then make sure to leave the MyCom hanging out while this Velcros together in the back. And there you have that section that's going to be left hanging out. At this point, we could go ahead and attach the cod piece. So 2 pieces of Velcro. This holds the belt in place, and then this holds it together to the abdomen for security. Matter of lining these up. So this is what the cod piece looks like once it's attached. The next thing we're going to do is attach the thermal detonator. So this is what's going to hide this seam here that you see on the back of the abdomen section. So that's just going to Velcro on pretty much that. Alright, and this is what the thermal detonator piece looks like once it's all attached. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to start putting on some of the softer parts. So here we have the neck seal. This is a balaclava. And we'll actually begin with this. This is a harness section. So this has the gaskets that are going to be on the shoulders and on the elbows, similar to the ones that are on my knees. And then these also have the biceps pre-installed. So we just kind of wear this like a jacket. Just like that. And make sure I can move it, my elbow past that bicep section. And then for this side, I'm gonna actually hold on to the mic-com because it's gonna be fed through. And then this just clips in the front with 2 buckles across the chest. All right, there you go. Make sure all the straps are gonna be in there and try to get rid of all this excess. And there you go. And then when I put it on, I normally have the buttons on the back so I don't accidentally press any of them. All right, so the next part I'm gonna put on is the balaclava or the ninja hood. This helps kind of hide any excess skin that might show underneath the helmet. So it just goes on like this. And then the next thing that goes on is the neck seal here. So again, it's a similar material to what is on my limbs. Oh, and that's what this looks like, all attached. The next thing we're gonna put on is actually the chest piece. So the chest piece is pretty much in 2 parts. So you have the actual chest piece, which is sealed by a magnet here. This is on the front that gets put on after. And then you have the back and yoke piece. Now, normally with the armor, I try putting it on myself, but this one I definitely need a buddy. So next time you see me, you're gonna have this on. Pretty much, this goes on like a t-shirt over my head, while these parts separate and then reseal with Velcro underneath my armpits. All right, so this is what the back and yoke piece looks like attached, as well as the shoulder pieces. So we attach the shoulder pieces off camera as well, and it just attaches pretty much there. You can see under the armpit, and that's going to be further sealed by the chest piece. This is the easiest by far to put on because since it's a magnet, it should fall in place just like that. And then that'll take minimal adjustment, but there you go. The next thing we're gonna put on are the forearm pieces here, which is, we're coming up on the home stretch. So here we have 2 of the forearm pieces, and you could tell left and right because the black box here, that's supposed to be on the bottom when you look at your hand like this. So this is gonna go over just like that. And then same thing with this, making sure the mic-com doesn't accidentally press into something. All right, and there you go. So now we're gonna face the mic-com forward because we're gonna start putting the gloves on. Now I have the mic-com facing forward, so I have access to it, and I made sure that I can reach the buttons. And then we're gonna start putting on the gloves. So these already have the hand plates on them, and they have a very distinct look. As you can see, the thumb and the pointer finger are white. Everything else is black, and then the palm here is white. So go ahead and put those on. And while I'm saying this, or while I'm putting the gloves on, I will say that unfortunately I don't have the F11D blaster that the Galaxy's Edge Stormtroopers have. So instead I have the riot baton, which is actually from The Last Jedi. Oh, and of course from The Force Awakens, I forgot. So that's the Stormtrooper that says traitor, that's his weapon. So this is the part where you're gonna probably hear me accidentally press the triggers, because I'm going to be putting some friction by putting the gloves on. And now pretty much the last piece, we're going to go ahead and put on the first of the helmets. This is the one from The Force Awakens, and then you guys will see what it looks like to be a Stormtrooper.
The first order is here for your protection. Stand here. Step this way. We believe you've been conspiring with the rebels. Is that true? Remain safe out there.
Alright, that's what that looks like with the first helmet on. Now we're going to go ahead and put on the second helmet. Again, only slight differences.
This way. Remain calm. This area is protected under the first order. Let me see your identification. Let me see your identity card. Excuse me, citizen. I've seen your face before. You look familiar. You'll need to come with us. This way, please. Stand here. Do you know what's going on? Move along. Hello, citizens. Remain safe out there. Roger, Command. The threat has now been contained. Step this way. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Move out. On your way. Make way for the First Order. You can go about your business. Move along. Move along.
But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a like down below and subscribe for future videos from us at Rope Drop to Close. And as always, follow us on Instagram and Patreon. That will be in the link. Oh, those will be linked in the description down below. And stay tuned. I have a Deathtrooper armor set that's currently in the works, so you'll be seeing a video of that hopefully pretty soon. And go ahead and leave a comment down below which one you guys would want to do as an armor kit first. They have the First Order Stormtroopers, the original trilogy, the Death Troopers, Clone Troopers. Which armor set would you guys want to wear? Go ahead and leave a comment down below saying which one you guys would want.